Is the World Supercross Championship in trouble? Welcome back to another news break and rumor mill here on Vital MX. I'm your host, Michael Lindsay, and as always, this feature is brought to you by our fine friends at Yoshimura R&D of America. Check them out at yoshimura-rd.com. Yes, today's little news segment or kind of rumor mill that's going on is all about what is going on with the World Supercross Championship. Yes, we ran our first round of that championship in England early in July. Round 2, that was originally set to be in France, was scrapped. We were never given a very precise reason why. There was rumors about low pre-event sales and tickets, some civil unrest in the country. Either way, that round was scrapped, and it was replaced by what would become the new Round 5 in Abu Dhabi, which again was originally pitched as a positive to the series, but we were never given the reason for Round 2. The new Round 2, which is upcoming next month, is set to be in Singapore, followed by Round 3 in Germany and Round 4 in Canada. Now, interestingly enough, you can buy tickets right now for Singapore, but we've never been able to buy tickets for the next 2 rounds in Germany and Canada, while the Abu Dhabi round and the Australian round are open for tickets. Anyways, the rumor really settles around Round 2, 3, and 4 and some of the investment behind the series. So starting with what kind of broke some of this news is Australian motor journalist Nick Stills posted on Twitter yesterday. And mind you, Nick used to either work for SX Global or with some of the part ownership group. So he has some inside sources there, basically that we would probably see upcoming rounds canceled. This kind of comes off the back of rumors that have been swirling the last couple of weeks that, maybe the Canada round was in trouble, potentially that the German round was in trouble, that there was issues there, and even longer back rumors maybe tying to some issues with their capital investment. And now it seems to all be coming to a bit of a head. Some of the teams or team members of some of the World Supercross Championships teams that we spoke to today said they were given some information yesterday that, yes, there will be upcoming cancellations. It sounds like Germany and Singapore are probably off completely, 100%, and that Canada is in major flux, albeit we really think it sounds like that round might be off as well. This would leave us with 3 more round cancellations, leaving us only with the Abu Dhabi and Australia rounds. There are suggestions that those rounds are locked in, funded, and capable of going forward, and potentially could result in being double headers each to help make up some of the missing rounds in this championship. Now, why are the middle rounds missing? All the rumors seem to tie this to the potential loss of investment and capital in the series. Yes, the series is coming strong, giving the teams upfront cash, giving them money per round they show up to, impressive purse money that at the time was larger than what we were seeing here in the U.S., albeit the U.S. has responded, or the U.S.-based series has responded with more impressive numbers even in the SMX series, which is about to start. Either way, WSX was putting up a lot of cash. However, with no pre-existing events and records, this requires capital. It's been well documented that they were supposedly getting around $50 million in capital from Umbala. I believe it is a Saudi state wealth fund, something along those lines, but that was their primary capital and investment groups. Now, the rumors that are around right now is they have potentially lost their access or approval to gain all that capital. They've definitely gotten some of it so far, and that's how they have been paying to put on these events to, again, impressive record. Basically, at this point, the series is new. They're attracting riders and teams, a lot of them by helping out financially, giving them seed money, putting up these impressive purses, which is good for the sport. However, this thing is not turning a profit yet. Like any early business, they're having to use investment money and capital to get this off the ground in the hopes that one day it does become a profitable entity, that the media rights, the ticket sales, all that is able to offset the amount of expenses that they are putting forth into this. Again, as of right now, that is not the case. They need money to operate. They basically need money to burn. Plain simple, it's business. As again, the rumor is that capital group has potentially backed out of the series and they no longer maybe have the funds going forward to put on these events and plan forward. Now, what we have heard from some of our sources is that there was either some sort of email or some sort of communication from the ownership group to the teams, basically saying that, hey, we're working on this. We are working on other capital and funding options, and it sounds like they were told that they possibly could have some sort of update in the next week. We have personally reached out to their U.S. press organization that they use. We have not heard any official word back. We have not gotten any official confirmation in the series. They have not commented on anything social. They're still pushing that these events are happening. However, most of the riders we know with the teams have already been informed that there are going to be round cancellations and future changes in the series. Now, the big thing here is if the capital group really has left and there isn't anything else lined up, It's not just the issue of, oh, we're losing some rounds this year. It's the future of the series. Unless they can find that capital burn, they are not in the position where the series is now financially stable enough after only a few races to operate such as next year. They need that money to burn. We actually did a pretty long, in-depth interview with the CEO, Adam Bailey, recently that my coworker, Lewis Phillips, pun. You can check out the podcast down in the description below, where they go into quite a bit of detail about the relationship with their investor group, why they're using the money, what it's being used for, and why it's necessary to get this series off the ground. So if you want to learn more about kind of the business itself, what they've been doing, you can check that out. But yes, the short answer is they need the money to keep going. If they don't get it, it sounds like there's a good chance that the series could be in trouble. Again, this is speculation and rumor at this point, but it's all kind of feeding off things that are happening and information that is slowly being confirmed. But looking ahead again, this is not good for the future of the series. And even on top of that, it's not great for the trust in the viewers, the trust in the fans, and the trust in the teams that this series continues to have round issues. Year one, they announced they were going to do a 3-round pilot series after behind the scenes rumors originally had started as high as 6, 7, 8 rounds. They only ever actually did 2 rounds last year. The 3rd round never was able to be put together and happen. Again, coming in this year, we were given an announcement of a 6-round series. We've had 1 official round cancellation, and now we potentially have more. Yes, it's going to be a big uphill fight for them. If they can get through this, if they can get their capital figured out, all that, it still puts them in a very damaged image and potentially could, again, hurt sponsorship. It could hurt the teams and the riders' faith in the series. It could hurt the fans' interest and faith in the series. Basically, hey, if I buy tickets, is the round going to happen? How's refunds going to work? Things of that nature. Overall, it's going to be tough for them, even if they are able to put all the pieces of the puzzle back together. We are really curious to see how this goes going forward. So hopefully the next update we have for y'all has some more official information in it. Again, for now, that's what we know, but we are waiting for some sort of official PR or explanation from the series on what is happening going forward. So let's hear your thoughts in the comments section. Do you have any thoughts on this situation? Is it a surprise or not at this point? And what are your thoughts on the series going forward? Do you think they can bounce back from this? Do you think this is potentially long-term damaging to the brand's reputation and look? Or do you think it would be very easy to get past this as a fan and viewer yourself? Let's hear it down below. If you like our news breaks, give us a subscribe, and thanks for watching.